Two, I'm going to address the shape-shifting. When we are talking about shape-shifting did not start with what we call the Dracos or the reptilians. Shape-shifting started with the ancient extraterrestrials in the geographical area of what we call Africa, which is another planet. And I'm going to keep reiterating that Africa is a planet. Now, reptilians are those people living between different worlds and dimensions, being able to snatch your body by way of the frequency and the megahertz of your emotions, because you have to remember that we all operate on megahertz. And by us operating on megahertz, we pick up on channels. Channels is entities. Entities is energy. So therefore, if we are channeling on frequencies that other entities that we can't see can utilize, then they can actually shapeshift into you. They can body snatch you and shapeshift. But shapeshifting only occurred for a short time. Now, where did shapeshifting originally start? It started with the ancestors of what we call the Africans. We are the true Martians. That's why I say Africa is Mars. Now, I won't go too far into that, but now, when you are studying certain tribes of Africa, they have cases where they had these certain tribes of Africans on the radar studying them, and when they made the move to go and get these Africans all of a sudden disappeared. Again, remember, your neuromelanin is a satellite, so it can pick up on the satellites that's watching you if your frequency is high. So what happened was these Africans shapeshifted V111 Osei Kufuor. I'm back at y'all again. The information I'm about to bring is only for those who have that third eye open or their third ventricle of the brain is sparked. It is only for those who have the third eye or the third ventricle of the brain sparked. Now, a lot of people are envious to the information that I'm distributing when it comes to the sun and the moon being in the inner earth. We do have moons in the sky, and the moons that's in the sky operate as satellites created by beings who've been here 6,000 years. Now, these satellites, what it does is it controls the emotions of those who have satellites in their DNA, which we call neuromelanin. Neuromelanin is a substance that identifies or is in kinship to what we call copper. Copper is an antenna that can redirect and reform energy. The brain wave consists of a frequency that connects to the moon every lunar moon or every full moon. If you study the statistics of crime rates inside of so-called black communities, you will see that the crime rates tremendously incline. And you will see that a lot of people with diabetes and cancer incline. Why? Because the moon controls not only the water in your body, but it controls the gravitational pull of the DNA that is being unfolded. Why does that happen? This occurs because you have parallel universes between light and density. There is something that's called a consciousness within the parallel realities of the universe. You have light at the top and density at the bottom for an existence. In the middle lies consciousness, which is the universe. We are the universe, and we act as the universe, and the universe acts as a brain computer. So depending upon how the universe thinks, it will affect us. And depending on how we think, we will affect the universe. That's why we call it as above, so below. We are the creators of the creator. We are living within the creator, helping the creator to exist. Now, the moons that I'm talking about is a processed, genetically modified moon. It's just like your foods. You can go and grow watermelon in the greenhouse, and it'll look just like a watermelon. It'll taste just like a watermelon. And then it'll have the same substances, some substances in it that act as a watermelon. So when you are looking at the moons in the sky, not only are they holographic, but most of the moons that you see, the reason why there are many moons is because these are moons that were created by beings who are using these moons as satellites to redirect energy as a form of frequency to attack our emotions. Because the more that we fear, the more that we are angry, the more that we are sad, these parallel realities where these reptilians exist are able to exist on a higher frequency. And the children of these reptilians, which is the European, because they operate and can shapeshift inside of a European body more better. Why is that? Because the frequency of the European is balanced very much so to be able to cater to their light and density between these dimensions or parallel universes. Now, Who are we as neuromelanated people? We are extraterrestrials. There is no aliens coming back. We are extraterrestrials, not only because of our DNA, but because of the way that the brain of the universe communicates with our brain. Our brain is the universe's brain. Our brain is a computer. So if the more of us, the more consciousness that we come in contact with, which acts as light, and light is not bright. Light, the highest form of light is darkness. From now on, we need to start to brainwash ourselves, meaning to wash your brain and try to put consciousness in your mind to say, you know what, whenever I go into the room, I'm going to turn the light on, meaning off, and turn the light off, meaning on. It's time for us to put the left part of the brain back onto the right. Because when your brain is out of whack or out of tune with the universe's natural spiritual way of being able to condescend into other parallel universes and realities, this makes something other than you. This gives that which you cannot see power over your body. Again, we have a force field around our body. And because we have a force field around our body, we have things that is benefiting off the emotions whenever it is created by their children. The Europeans create these emotions by way of their media just so we can get into the state of frequency where they can attack our chakras and suck our fucking emotions. When y'all out at the Jay-Z concert, for all of y'all big guys who want to be the Rock throwing your signs up, y'all don't know that at these concerts, know that when y'all are going to these concerts by Jay-Z and them, that under these concerts, you have certain corporations that is connected to these Illuminati people down in the basement sucking your energy. Whenever black people, so-called black people, come together in masses, we create a gravitational pull of energy, of emotion. So when we in there screaming and stuff, you have people such as the Pope and other corporations who benefit off of your emotions sitting right in the basement of these damn concerts that you go to. And y'all don't even know that. So, with that much said, Black Science TV 111. And before I go, another thing as well. When we are talking about the sun, a lot of people are envious about how I address the sun being in the earth. Again, the earth what we call earth, this is a genetically modified earth that was built. It's just like you can build certain islands and beaches, they can build certain earths. Even the trees that you see connected to the roots, some roots that you are now witnessing is not real roots. So the trees is not really giving us the information that we need. The oxygen that's being distributed from the trees, oxygen is a form of molecule that distributes information into your brain. And if your brain is not receiving the oxygen, then your force field is open. It is free. Anything can get in your force field. This is why if you don't have self-control, then you don't have mind control. Because self-control allows you to control the environment that you are in. And the environment that you are in is much bigger than what you think. It's more than you can see with the physical eyes. You have eyes throughout your body. Your skin operates as eyes. Your skin operates as an immune system. So whatever you are breathing in or whatever environment you are in determines your mood, it determines your emotions, which determines your force field and the opening up your force field for other deities and entities to get into your emotions to control you. That's why when you go to clubs and stuff like that, this is the basis for the reptilians to be able to control you, because when you drink alcohol and you cannot control the things that you are putting in your body, which is self-control, then what you do is you start doing things the next day you don't even remember doing. It wasn't that you don't remember doing it, it's just that something else took over your body. All right? So with that much said, Black Science TV 111, Osei Kufuor, I'm out. Peace.